For years, Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, Emma Watson, who played Hermione, they have made comments about J.K. Rowling because J.K. Rowling believes there are two genders, right? Call her controversial. She thinks there are two genders and that there shouldn't be men and women's sports. These things aren't controversial. In fact, they're widely accepted by 80% of all Americans here in the United States, probably much more, right? But at least 80% agree with J.K. Rowling. Now, for years, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson have taken shots at J.K. Rowling. I guess they thought because she wrote this book, Harry Potter, with magic and goblins and flying cars, that she would also believe the fantasies that there are 1,000 different genders and pronouns. That was not the case. Okay, we can have flying cars and people on broomsticks and Wingardium Leviosa and all of these spells and witchcraft, but we're still going to have two genders. You know what I'm saying? We're still going to have two genders in J.K. Rowling's eyes. But Emma Watson, she couches herself as this real intellectual. She says she's not religious. She's like some type of spiritual being and all of this stuff. And she thinks she's just really smart. She does not have her finger on the pulse of where the average working class American is here in this country. She doesn't understand it because she's been a millionaire since she was a teenager. She has been a famous actress her entire life. Well, she was on Jay Shetty's podcast and she was asked about J.K. Rowling, and you could see her kind of roll back some of her criticisms of J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, she actually responded, okay? She did a long post responding to Emma Watson because for years Emma Watson has been shady. Now she wants to walk it back, okay? So here's what J.K. Rowling said. I want to read you a little bit about this. I wasn't a multimillionaire at 14. I lived in poverty while writing the book that made Emma famous. I therefore understand from my own life experience what the trashing of women's rights in which Emma has so enthusiastically participated means to women and girls without her privileges, she goes on to say. The greatest irony here is that had Emma not decided in her most recent interview to declare that she loves and treasures me, a change of tack I suspect she's adopted because she's noticed full-throated condemnation of me is no longer quite as fashionable as it was, I might never have been this honest. Well, you can tell J.K. Rowling is a writer because she basically wrote a whole book, very beautiful language, very beautiful writing. But what she's basically saying is that the tides have turned. Years ago, we had all this woke nonsense where you're supposed to believe there are a million different genders and honor people's pronouns. We've had it, right? We're over the BS. We're over the tomfoolery. We're over the malarkey. I think if your kid comes in and says, I was born in the wrong body, you say, no, you weren't. What do you want for dinner? But Emma Watson, I think that's probably why she's changing her tune. She realizes, oh, the tides are shifting. The tides are shifting now, and for survival in my career, I'm going to maybe have to move it more to the middle and move it to common sense. But you can't be nasty for years and then turn it around. Emma Watson.